Welcome back to another true crime case with me. My name is Kylie, and today we will be covering the missing persons case of Cassie Compton. On September 14th, 2014, Cassie Compton had gotten home from spending the afternoon with friends at a demolition derby. That night, Cassie's mom, Judy Compton Kimsey, was home, as well as her soon-to-be stepfather, Brandon Lee Rhodes. Now, on the night that she supposedly disappeared, there are two very differing accounts of what happened. The first was that Rhodes was home making dinner, and Judy, her mom, was in bed sick, and then when Cassie came home, she quickly decided to leave again and tell her mom that she was leaving to go get some groceries and things at the store. Now, it's unclear if she texted this to her mom or if she just supposedly went and told her, but this is kind of strange in itself because if it was a text, there would be evidence of it, and if she actually told her mom would be able to remember and clarify it. So I'm not sure where these two different accounts are coming from. The second account is that Cassie came home, and at the same time, Rhodes decided to go get a smoke somewhere and go buy some cigarettes, and apparently Cassie had sent her mom a similar text saying that she was going to go get cigarettes. Now, the odd thing about this was that she couldn't buy cigarettes on her own since she was only 15 years old, and she would need an adult to do this for her, or she would need someone else to buy them for her. And it's unclear if Cassie was actually a smoker herself. Since she's 15, I would think that this would be a little strange and probably not, but I am unsure. All that I do know, however, is that she never came home that night. And the next morning, when she was filed as a missing persons, the police and everyone else assumed that, oh, she's a teenager, she must have ran away because she was upset, she'll be back, or we'll find her quickly. That was not the case. Ever since that night, Cassie has never been seen again. And there are a few theories when it comes to this case. The first is that Brandon Rhodes, her soon-to-be stepfather, who her mom didn't actually end up marrying, had something to do with her disappearance. Now, Cassie's brother, who I don't believe lived with them, informed the police as well as told their mom that her and Rhodes did not get along. They frequently argued. He apparently wasn't very nice to her. Yet in Judy, her mom's eyes, he saw her as a daughter. But this doesn't exactly add up either, since Rhodes is now in jail or in prison for conspiracy of murder in a different case. Also, that night after Rhodes supposedly got back from getting cigarettes, he went to the bathroom, vomited, and then proceeded to stay there for an hour. Little sus, I'm not sure, but there is something a little bit just off with that as well, because you would think that there would be more evidence pointing to him, or that there would just be something, because it's not like I can tell you that there's any eyewitnesses to what happened. And in Judy's mother's own words, she doesn't even know if Cassie got off the driveway that night, because for all she could have known, Cassie could have walked out the door and then been abducted. Abduction is the second theory in this case, that someone just saw her or had been looking at her and followed her home and was just waiting. Now, the only thing that really backs up this theory, besides the fact that she hasn't been seen or heard from since, is a TikTok that actually came up recently in 2021. Now, I'll show the picture here, but there was a woman in the backseat of a car while two men were arguing. And this woman had dark hair, she had bright blue eyes, she had very smudgy makeup, and it looked like she had a scar under her eye similar to the one that Cassie did. As you could see, they had a very similar nose and face shape, but supposedly there was a video that came out of this woman saying that she wasn't Cassie, she doesn't know who Cassie is at all, even though they look strikingly similar. But even if this woman isn't Cassie, and if that video was true, nonetheless, it got the FBI's attention and they are now taking another look at Cassie's case. And currently, she would be 21 years old. On the night that Cassie disappeared, she had dyed blonde hair. She had a dark birthmark of a sideways heart on her upper left arm, as well as that scar under her eye that I talked about earlier. And she was wearing a blue spaghetti strap top, as well as some cowgirl boots with like 2 to 3 inch heels. And she was carrying a black LG smartphone and did not have a charger for it. And one last thing that I want to bring up in this case is Cassie's parents. Now, her mom, Judy, as I mentioned, she lives in Arkansas, and then her biological father lives in Oklahoma. And the thing is that both of her parents are registered sex offenders and have been convicted in the past. And I'm not sure if this is connected in the case at all, but I do find it strange and perhaps something worthy of mentioning. I'm not saying that this means that they did something to Cassie or anything like that. They could have very much loved their daughter, but that's just a little bit, it just doesn't set right with me. So I think that that's also very important information to know. And that is all for this case, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, learned something new. Maybe enjoyed it was the wrong word, but I hope that you were informed from this video and can maybe also spread more awareness about Cassie's case and hopefully help bring her home safely. And hopefully she's out there somewhere still fighting. So yeah, I hope to see you all next time.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.